Hi, I'm Tommy Bryant, and we're here with new Blue Devil head coach Bob Dillard for the Lebanon High portion of our preview of the 1994 football season. First off, congratulations on being the new head football coach.
Well, thank you, Tommy. I'm excited about it, and you know, this town gives this program a lot of support, and that's one of the reasons this job is such a good one. We've got a lot of people that back us, and we're excited.
I know at some point in your life you wanted to be a head coach. You probably didn't think you'd get the chance at this point.
No, I really didn't. But when I found out what was going to take place, I decided it was if I wasn't ready for it now, that I never would be, and that it was either time for me to go on and do it, or to step back and let somebody else take it. And fortunately, it worked out for me where I get a shot at it.
Having been on the staff for all these years, I guess the transition has not been as difficult as maybe if an outsider comes in.
Well, I hope that's true. It's I feel like with the amount of time that we had to find a coach and to get ready to play on Friday night, that you know, we're only talking about 5 weeks there, and it would have been tougher for somebody to come in from the outside with a new system and that didn't know our kids and that type of thing. But and hopefully with me being familiar with the system that we've been doing, and I know these kids, and they know me, and I think that'll make the transition a little smoother for us.
How's practice been? I mean, now you've gone from a guy who took a practice schedule from a head coach and carried that out. Now you're making that schedule out. How has the practice been?
Well, you know, in the past, I've been here for 7 years, and in the past, you know, I've had to worry about those two guys that were lined up over those guards. Those two linebackers was what I was responsible for, and now, you know, I'm worried about the punter and the quarterback and the snapper and the receivers and the whole. You have to look at the whole picture, and that puts a lot more pressure on me. And like you said, I've got to sit back and look at the whole picture and see, well, today in practice, our defensive line needs to do this, or our linebackers need to do that, or we all need to work on this. And you have to sit back and look at the big picture instead of just concentrating on one area.
The schedule, same as last year. We've got some good people. We're playing on the road this year.
Well, that's true. You know, we've only got 4 games on the road, but those are going to be 4 tough ones. We go to Hendersonville the second week, and then we've got Oakland, Gallatin, and Riverdale all on the road. So those are going to be 4 tough ball games for us at home, much less on the road. It's going to be a tough schedule.
And the region as a whole is tough as ever.
I think everybody in the region will be better. I know that Riverdale's going to be loaded. They're going to be tough. Gallatin's Gallatin. They're always going to be tough. And Oakland, Mountain Juliet, Hendersonville, all those people are going to be better. So it's going to be exciting.
Coach, good luck to you and the Blue Devils. I'm glad the situation worked out where you could step right in and take the head coaching job, and we're looking forward to keeping up the good work.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that.
We'll be back with more of our Lebanon High preview after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Brian Tuggle. I'm a sales rep with Custom Packaging here in Lebanon. I'd like to say that we support our local athletics and would like to encourage all the parents and boosters to support their local school. Thank you.
And we've got some player interviews now. Jade Sellers, two-way starter for the Blue Devils last year. Jade, you've just been playing defense so far in the preseason. How's the knee?
It's doing real good right now, and I'm hoping that when the season gets here, I'm going to start playing tailback again, you know, and so everything's going good right now.
How are you moving on the knee? I know that you had a partial tear of that tendon. How far along are you now?
I'm doing real good. I mean, it's nothing, you know, I've done personally. It's God, you know, I've left everything in God's hands, and God helped me through everything I've been through. So everything's going good with my knee, so I'm just leaving it on His hands and hoping everything's going to be all right.
How's the transition been going from Coach Medley over to Coach Dillard? Has that been a difficult thing for you guys?
Well, really on my part, I've always said Coach D is a linebacking coach, so I mean it's been a change because we was all close to Coach Medley and everything, but I've always been close to Coach D, so it really hasn't been that big of a change. But I'm not going to say I don't miss Coach Medley and stuff, because, you know, he was like a dad to me too. So I mean, we're all like a big family here, so everything stayed the same.
Okay. Jay, thanks for coming by and talking to us. Our next guy up for Lebanon, junior tailback Chris Stafford. Chris, you're not the first Stafford that's played tailback for the Blue Devils, or not the first Stafford to put on that blue jersey.
That's right, Tommy. My daddy was good runner, and my brother was a good tight end, and I hopefully will be the best tailback that ever lived here.
You've always wanted to be a Blue Devil. I guess having those guys ahead of you, your dad and your older brother wearing that blue and white jersey, I guess this means a lot to you.
Yeah, it does. I look up a whole lot to my dad, though, because he's always been a teacher to me, and everywhere I mess up, he'd be there to fix it for me.
Do you get a little coaching from him sometimes when you get home after these ball games?
Every night.
Good luck to you, Chris. Have a good season.
Thank you.
Next player we've got up, offensive lineman Bubba Jennings. Bubba, you missed a lot of the work in the spring because of that wrist injury. How's that mending?
It's doing real good, Tommy. I'm back just 100% now.
That's great, and it was a painful thing for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was. They told me that when I first went and they found the break, they told me that they don't see how I played with it all year with it fractured like it was.
Now you're getting some tape, I guess, before every practice and before scrimmages, is that sort of thing. That helps take care of it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm playing with a semi-rigid cast that our trainer tapes on me every day, so it's working out real well.
You're the only returning starter on that offensive line from last year. A lot of responsibility that you've got.
Yeah, we're doing real well. We've got some guys that's going to play real well, and I believe we're going to be good.
Okay, Bubba, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Our next and final Blue Devil we'll be talking to is Jason Reeder. Jason going to be our quarterback this year. And Jason, you got a lot of playing time last year as a receiver and a kick returner. Now you're going to be taking those snaps.
Yes, sir. It's took me a while to get used to it because last year I didn't play much at quarterback, and we put in a lot of new plays and we come under a new coach, and I believe Coach Dillard's doing a pretty good job with me. Coach Millie was my quarterback coach last year, and Coach Dillard's had to come in and take his spot, and I believe he's doing a pretty good job. I'm ready for it.
We've talked a little bit about there have been some subtle changes in the offense, and maybe some things that your average fan won't notice, but there have been changes that you've had to kind of adapt to.
Yes, sir. Well, mostly on the carry-out fakes and stuff like that, because Coach Millie wasn't really looking for a quarterback to run the ball, and Coach Dillard is. And I'm following Coach Dillard. I'd love to run the ball, and I believe that's what he's wanting me to do out there.
Well, you're not Greg Triplett, and Greg Triplett's not you, and you can turn that thing upfield and get us a first down every now and then.
Yes, that's what I wish people realize. I'm not Greg Triplett, and Coach Dillard wants people to realize he's not Coach Medley. And I think we're going to make some new names around here and play our own game right here.
So look for you to maybe get it on the corner a little bit, some pass-run option, that sort of thing?
Yes, sir. That's what we're going to try to work on.
All right, good luck and have a good season,
All right,
Jason.
thank you.
That's it for our player segment of this interview preview here with the Blue Devils. We'll be back with our two new assistant coaches after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Jim Mills, and I'm Human Resources Manager with the Lebanon plant of TRW. We at TRW are proud to support our area schools. We encourage everyone in our community to join in and cheer for the home team.
For our final segment of our preview of Lebanon High School, we've got our new assistant coaches, and Chris Fryer really is not that new to this coaching staff. Chris, welcome back to Lebanon High School.
Thank you, Tommy. I was here back in 1991, and we went down to Baylor and got beat in the playoffs then, and I'm excited and glad to be back here at Lebanon High School.
And it is not like you got to break yourself in with some of these guys, because Anderson and Dillard and Hutto and Grissom, that bunch is still here.
No, sir, you're right. You're correct. Those guys, I think a lot of them, and I had a good time when I was here before, and I'm glad to be back working with them and being able to do the things that have been done here at Lebanon High School and keep the tradition going.
What are your responsibilities with this staff?
I'm a defensive line coach. I'll be working with the nose guard and the two tackles on defense, and we've got two experienced guys that played a little bit there, and we've got some new guys that we're trying to work in, and my job is trying to get those guys ready to play and keep everything going on defense like it's been going.
All right, Chris, thanks, and good luck to you this season.
Thank you.
Our next assistant coach, new to this staff, but not new to a couple of the guys, Jamie Angel. Jamie, native of Gordonsville, right out of Cumberland University. Jamie, welcome to Lebanon football.
Well, thank you, Tom.
You've got some experience with some of our guys here because we've got several Gordonsville people still on the staff.
That's right. We're keeping the Gordonsville connection going with Coach Dillard and Coach Anderson and myself still being here. And, of course, Coach Medley was down here for years. So, yes, we're still keeping the Gordonsville connection alive.
You know, there's some pressure on you because if you're sharing a ride with Coach Dillard, the last guy share a ride with the head coach wound up being a head coach because Dillard Medley used to share that shuttle from Gordonsville to Lebanon.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I got to do my job on Friday night, so if we might be coming home after the game, he might put me out on the interstate somewhere. So I got a little more pressure on me than some of the other guys.
Jamie, what's going to be your coaching responsibility with the Blue Devils?
My responsibilities, coaching-wise this year, will be the linebacking position, and we've got some good athletes back there. We've got Joel Griffin and Jade Sellers and Luke Shepard, so we've got some experience there and some guys I think will do a good job for us this season.
Those are some guys who can run to the football.
Yeah, so we got guys that can run the football and make plays, and it's my job to make sure that these guys get there and get where they're supposed to do and make the play.
Jamie, good luck, and I hope your first year of coaching is a successful one.
Thank you, Tom.
That's going to do it for this preview of Lebanon High Blue Devil football. Stay tuned for more as we'll have